Turkana Boy, now called Nariokotome Boy, is the common name of Homo erectus fossil KNM-WT 15,000, a nearly complete skeleton of a hominin youth who lived during the early Pleistocene. This specimen is the most complete early human skeleton ever found. It is believed to be between 1.5 and 1.6 million years old. Estimates of his age at death range from 7 to 18 years old. The most recent scientific review suggests 8 years. It was initially suggested that he would have grown into a 185 centimeters tall adult, but the most recent analysis argues for the much shorter stature of 163 centimeters. The reason for this shift has been research showing that his growth maturation differed from that of modern humans in that he would have had a briefer and smaller adolescent growth spurt. The skeleton was discovered in 1984 by Kamoya, a member of a team led by Richard Leakey at Nariokotome near Lake Turkana in Kenya. Adolescence and Maturity. The shape of the pelvis identifies the specimen as male. Estimates of the age at death depend on whether the maturity stage of the teeth of skeleton is used, and whether that maturity is compared to that of modern humans or to chimpanzees. A key factor is that, while modern humans have a marked adolescent growth spurt, chimpanzees do not. While initial research assumed a modern human type of growth, more recent evidence from other fossils suggests this was less present in early Homo. This affects the estimation of both his age and his likely stature as a fully grown adult. Anthropologists Alan Walker and Richard Leakey in 1993 estimated the boy to have been about 11–12 years old based on known rates of bone maturity. Christopher Dean of University College London, in a Novus special, stated that Turkana Boy was 8 years old at death. But Alan Walker and Richard Leakey said that dental dating often gives a younger age than a person's actual age. Rhonda Graves and colleagues in the most recent review of the problems involved concluded that he would have grown an additional 5 to 14 centimeters before reaching adulthood, and that at death, he was 8 to 10 years of age, 154 centimeters tall, and growing faster than a modern human but slower than a chimpanzee. According to this scenario, KNM-WT 15,000 would have attained an adult stature ranging between 159 centimeters and 168 centimeters. Moreover, that, according to our preferred models of growth and development, growth in stature completed by 12 years of age, so that the majority of growth has already occurred. Morphology. The specimen comprises 108 bones, making it the most complete early human skeleton discovered. The skeleton is about 160 centimeters tall. In adulthood, Turkana Boy might have reached 185 centimeters tall and mass 68 kilograms. The pelvis is narrower than in Homo sapiens, which is most likely for more efficient upright walking. This further indicates a fully terrestrial bipedalism, which is unlike older hominin species that show a combined feature of bipedalism and tree climbing. The boy was relatively tall, which increased his body surface area that would enhance heat dissipation and prevent heat stress under the hot sun. The overall KNM-WT 15,000 skeleton still had features not seen in H. sapiens. However, there are significant defining characters, such as bigger brain size. The arms and legs are slightly longer, indicating effective bipedality. The nose is projecting like those of humans rather than the open flat nose seen in apes. Body hair may also have been thinner and possibly with increased sweat glands to hasten cooling. The skin also was most probably much darker with abundant melanin, as it was necessarily to cope with the direct tropical sun rays in the African savanna. vocal capabilities. The fossil skeleton and other fossil evidence, such as Acheulean stone tools, prompt the majority of scientists to conclude that Homo ergaster and Homo erectus, unlike the more primitive ancestors, became efficient hunters. The social structure would probably have become more complex with a larger brain volume. The Broca's area of the brain allows speech and is noted by a slight slant on the cranium. Turkana Boy's thoracic vertebrae are narrower than in Homo sapiens. This would have allowed him less motor control over the thoracic muscles that are used in modern humans to modify respiration to enable the sequencing upon single exhalations of complex vocalizations. Disease. It was suspected that Turkana Boy suffered from a congenital disorder, either of dwarfism or scoliosis. This was because the rib bones appeared asymmetrical to the spine, and the reason was attributed to skeletal dysplasia. However, in 2013, a new study shows that, when the rib bones were carefully rearranged, it became symmetrical against the spine, and that an unusual structure of the vertebrae was characteristic of the early hominins. However, the fossil definitely showed lumbar disc herniation, an injury implicated with his death. He also had a diseased mandible.